Well, hello, Philadelphia family. We are coming live from Columbia Social Club for a nice early season match here at ASL with Kevin Wilkinson and Danny McCorkle. This is the Bear, Jamal Peg, doing the vocal soundtrack for tonight's match. Coming in a little bit in the middle of the first leg here. Sorry for the slow start. So it looks like Danny having a very good start to the first leg. I think we have a bit of a scoring error. So he's going to be coming back to a Shanghai after 15 darts. Kevin looking to try to catch up a little bit in the first leg, put a little pressure on that Shanghai, getting a good position to get down to an out shot. Loose first start there by Danny. Going to try to correct the mistake. That's a tough round by Danny. Nice 75 will bring Kevin back into the leg, get him down to an out shot. 149. He's able to get a look at it. Looking at a 52. 20 leaves double 16. Just a little low there. It's a good start. Now just looking to fix it up. Good hit on the last one there. It's going to leave him 40 if he gets a look at it. Danny able to take it out on the first start. So Danny does his job in the first leg of the match, able to hold throw. But there is a lot of game left. So I'm going to apologize in advance. This is going to be my first time they actually gave me the keys to the video button. And I will try to do my best to remember to zoom in for out shots and hopefully zoom in the right positions. Looks like we got some Kevin fans in the house. Sorry for the delay, folks. It looks like we have a scoreboard error. They're just trying to get back into the app. It will resume play shortly. All right, folks, so it looks like we had to switch tablets here. Kevin's just putting in all the scores from the first leg, and we should be back up running shortly. All right, so it looks like play is about to resume. It is Kevin to throw first. Both players taking a couple warm-up darts, but after this couple-minute break we had fixing the tablets. Nope, oh, so I apologize. It looks like we had a delay, but everything's back now. So this is live darts. That's a good straight darts by Kevin. Little high on the first two, but you know, straight darts are good darts. Danny looking walking down in there, gets a nice solid 60. Both shooters pretty steady on the second leg. Tough dart on the first one for 43. Ooh, tough dart on the last one. Also answers with a 43. We got the beard stepping to the line. You know, all Philadelphia shooters and a lot of shooters around the nation know Kevin by that beard, as he is one of the referees for the CDC. Him and his other bearded brother, Colin Raff, represent Philadelphia across the nation in CDC events as the referees, and they do a hell of a job at it. Philadelphia's proud. A nice pick on the last one for a 97. Set himself up for 130 if he returns the little fish. Maybe on the hook. Tell you what, that triple one is getting a workout here in the second leg between both shooters. Danny catching it again for another 43. You know, Kevin's shot has come a long way from over the last couple of years. I know he's put a lot of time on it, even though he's been on the road a lot with the CDC. He's always had a very smooth delivery. But I think he's gotten his groupings a little tighter over the last couple of years, and it's definitely showing in the averages. It's right there on that second dart at 82, looking for a trip 14 to leave double top. He'll come back to a 63 when he returns. Sadly, Danny was on a bogey. Hits a nice solid 60. I'm sure he would have liked to catch that triple to get under 100, but 108, if he's able to return, is not a bad outshot. Not sure how much pressure Kevin's looking at. A little low on that second dart, going for a 10 for double tops. Ends up hitting the 18, or the 3, for a total of 18, leaving 32. 108 is one of those shots. There's a couple different ways you can go. Some shooters like the 18. Some shooters like the triple 20. We got 48. It's going to look for the 8-16 area. We'll see what type of shot he prefers. It looks like he's a double 16 shooter. Right on the outside. You always tell if somebody prefers double top or double 16 looking at a 48. Hits it with a second dart. And again, I will learn how to hit these camera buttons on time. Usually they don't give me the keys. I'm more of the color guy. Other people are hitting buttons. Good start with an 85. So both shooters so far were able to hold their throws over the first two legs. Kevin all over the triples that turn. Ends up hitting a triple 5, but he did catch the triple 19 on the last start. Good pick with the last start for a nice solid ton. Kevin's liking the neighbors this leg. Tough dart on the last one. Nice solid ton again. Tough darts with a 28. Danny's taking a little bit of advantage in this leg here. It is on throw. Nice solid 60. That's 3 turns in a row. He's been able to stay straight in that 20. That's going to give you a good head start in any leg you're starting. With Kevin a little bit behind in this leg, Danny's going to look to set up the 156. He'll probably start off with the 20. You can nestle one just underneath that. Oh, ends up into the 1. It's 442. See, that first start is a little deceiving. You're not too sure what the player is looking at, whether there's enough space to maybe use that first dart to get into the triple, or if it was actually blocking it. You know, Kevin's darts lay a little flatter, so you can see him go to the 19 after that first one, because it's more of a blocker dart, where Danny's darts kind of stick up a little bit. He might have a little bit more room to work with. 94, looking at the trip 18, he hits it. Double top. Ooh, just high. Going down to the 19. Good move to leave a big fish, but if he's able to return. Danny looking at double top. Going over to the double 10s. Ooh, just high on that last dart. Ends up catching the 6. It's going to have a 8 if Kevin's not able to reel in this big fish. And here we are, the Bears learning how to push buttons. Danny looking at a double 4. Going to look to walk it in from that. Just a little bit too far. Going down to double 2. Ooh. He's going to be stuck in the madhouse after hitting us, chasing those doubles around. And Kevin's going to need to straighten this up here a little bit. Put a little pressure on. Now, the double 1 is not a gimme. I'm sure all shooters know that. Oh, Danny unable to use that second dart. Very close to doing so. Kevin looking at an 88. Just inside. Gonna go down for the double 7. Just a little low. That was a good look at the 88. He definitely had a good shot at it. Both shooters chasing doubles around a little bit this leg. That is what you don't want to do, coming inside on that double one, giving Kevin an opportunity at the double seven. And Kevin busts. It's a nice range finder, and there you go. That's exactly what that is. Sometimes if you're missing on that one, you just got to throw one up there just to get that in range. A nice safe dart so you can work off of it. Danny's able to do so, catching the double one with a second dart. Takes the third leg. Dave, I believe Kevin will be ecstatic at your enthusiasm. But your fortune telling is losing some points. Danny's throwing a nice straight dart. He's having some trouble with the weight of the dart. He's coming in a little high a lot of times on his first dart, hitting that big open fat 20 to start off with. Yeah, it's good if you're able to work down from there, but one thing he doesn't want to do is start getting frustrated at that first dart, because that's when you'll start pushing them left and right. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's okay if you're hitting high, because you can use that to gather the distance, gather the weight of the dart, as long as you're able to walk it down and work it down to the triple 20. As Kevin does right there, hits an 83. Regains the lead in this leg. That's a better first dart. And there we go. Nice, solid ton. Kevin looking down to the 19s. Danny starting on the 19s. It's looking at the 181. It's going to go back down there for a 39. Going to come back to a 142. And Kevin would have hoped for a little bit more on that turn. Danny's still in the driver's seat of this leg. Excellent start. 82. You can go 14s or bulls here. Looks like he went for the bull. Has 70 left. Triple 10, triple 18. See his dart of choice. Ends up with a single 6. Rough one on the last one, but it's still a good setup. A makeable out if he's able to return. And Danny's coming back to take a look at that 64. Gonna be 8 16s. Trip 8, double top. Has 2 darts, 1 dart at the double 10. Just a little high. Kevin looking at bull. 77, 70 left. Goes for the triple 18 and hits a single. Danny coming back at the double 10. Nice hit first dart. We have our first break of throw, folks. Looks like Danny's continuing his little habit of staying straight and hitting that first dart a little high in the 20 and working it down. What's going on, Mr. Goodfella? Hey, you get your practice in the doubles whenever you can. Danny with a nice solid ton. You know, if Danny's able to keep straight and keep hitting these 60s and tons, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Kevin, and that's what's going to start forcing those darts that Kevin doesn't want to see going into those fives to ones. He's having some difficulty with the cover shots, hitting some sevens. So, you know, Danny continues this game plan. It's going to be a long night for Kevin. Tough 26 there for Danny. Well, looks like we have some camera issues. All right, sorry about that, folks. Had to consult with tech support. Luckily, Forkin was not too far. I had to interrupt him in his match, but he gladly came over, fixed the camera, and taught me how to do it for next time. Single 9 for double 8. Looks like he catches it on the second dart. So Danny's able to build a little bit of a cushion here, a 3-leg cushion. Looking at 4-1. Kevin with the throw, looking to hold the throw. Doesn't want Danny getting too far away. Look to reel him in here early. Nice solid 60 by Danny. You know, despite what Danny may try to sell to you, he's been shooting very good darts lately. I think he's one of those shooters who tends to undersell himself, but I don't believe those lies. A lot of times you can't always go by averages. Averages don't tell the whole story, but you can get a good understanding of what the book has in store by looking at its cover. Nice solid 60 by Danny. 81 by Kevin. You know, the same way that Kevin's going to try to rescue a leg here, or take a leg back from Danny, Danny wants to not allow Kevin any momentum. So he's going to try to stay as close as he can inside this leg. You know, as a shooter, you never want the opponent to get any type of confidence or build up any type of momentum. So once you get on top, you want to keep that pressure on them. Anyone looking for that triple on the last one, pushes a little bit into the one, it looks like. Indeed it does. 41 score. Nice pick on the last one for a 101. Gonna leave himself a nice 110 when he returns. Gonna try to walk it down into the triple. Keeps it just a little high for a good solid 60. Now Kevin has a good advantage here in this leg. Look for triple 17. Look for a 74, triple 14, just inside. Looks like he's going to switch down to the 17s. Well, actually went to the 19s. Catches over the last one to leave a nice clean Shanghai. Kevin for the double top. Just a bit high on that last start. So Danny gets a little bit of an opportunity here. If he can try to pick a triple with one of these first two darts. Catches on a second. Looking at the double top. Oh, just a bit low. That's an excellent look at it. Kevin coming back to the 40. Double 10. Excellent hit. Hopefully that's something Kevin can build off of here. It was a hold to throw. So he's still one break back, but he doesn't let Danny keep that momentum and also extend the cushion and brings it back within two legs. Looks like Danny started off with an 81. I think that last start was a little outside. Excellent pick with the last one. Nice solid ton. That's the dart we want to see from Kevin. Getting that first start on the triple, he's able to follow it right back up with a beautiful 140. Yeah, everything gets a lot easier when if you're able to get that first start in a triple, it takes all the pressure off from the next two darts. Not only taking the pressure off, but also gives you a good guide. That's your rangefinder. If you hit that first start in a triple, you just got to do the same thing again. You don't have to find where that dart is. Ooh, I was a little slow on that one. Kevin with another 140. That is an excellent group by Danny, just a bit high. Nice solid 60. Kevin has a nice strong leg coming along here. And of course, gets that laugh in, but he's able to find the triple in the second one. A nice 85, leaving 76 when he returns. Danny needs to get a triple here to put a little bit of pressure. Kevin is getting some momentum back on this leg. Only able to muster a 45. And a 56. Oh, just a bit high. Hits 8. Another 8. He's going to come back to a 40. He has a little bit of a lead here, but 153 is a makeable shot. It is a difficult shot. You do have to bounce around the board a little bit, but he's giving him an opportunity, which you don't want to do. And Danny unable to hit a triple in that first start. So Kevin will come back for that 40 look. A bit of a blocker. He's going to have to move to his right. Ooh, we can put the same dart there. And he does. Actually hits the wrong side of the dart. Tough look. Danny's able to look at a 68 here. Goes for the Goes for the 16, the triple 16, a leave double 10, ends up hitting a 7. 61 look. The safe bet here is to go for the 11. If you want to get aggressive, you could go bull, but at this point with Kevin sitting on any out, you want to hit the 11 and go for the double bull. Just a bit low. All right, so Kevin had some darts here to find his range on that double top. Let's see if he's able to come back. Looks like we have a counting issue here. And that might have taken Kevin a little off his rhythm. Comes inside on both darts. He's going to go up now for the double 5. Ooh, he's able to catch it on the third dart. Excellent catch. That was a big dart because that's that break a throw back. Now we are back on throw. Kevin looking to tie it up and get it at a 4 apiece. Let's see how he's able to start his throw. Starts off with a 41. It's not bad. It's also not what he was hoping for. But it really comes down to what Danny's able to do. And he hits a 55. So a bit of a reprieve there. Kevin's able to get another chance to regroup and get a little headway on his throw between him and Danny. It's 41, so both shooters kind of missing 1-2 darts here and there. Doing this leg. Doors open for both shooters right now. Still a lot of game left, but again, you want to keep your opponent as close as possible. And a 1 leg to a 2 leg advantage early on, it's just pressure. That's what he was looking for. Get that first start in there, work off of it. Be able to get an 85. That's 45. So it's kind of neck and neck. 12 darts into this leg. Neither shooter really taking an advantage. Kevin with a 43. Danny able to walk it down and get that triple 20 for a big ton. A leg where both shooters are kind of splashing darts. Getting 3 in the inning, an additional triple. Could turn out to be a bit of a pivotal turn in this leg. Looks like he's now in the driver's seat and starting off with another triple. Decides to go down to open bed, ends with an 84. So he's going to come back to a 116. Kevin able to leave a big fish if Danny can't get this 116. With 116, you can opt to look at the 20s, and some shooters actually go down to 19s. I actually prefer the 19s. Getting 4 19s, leaving myself a double top as I'm a double top shooter. Danny able to get the ton to leave a 16, so he gets a good setup, and he will come back to take a look at it. Inside on the first one, going up to the double 4. See if he's able to work off that dart. Comes just inside. That second dart was out of the way. He did have a good look with the third dart, just unable to hit it. Excellent first dart there. just a bit outside, all over the wire. That would have been a great pick for him if he was able to get it. As is, Danny's going to get a look at the double two. Up to the double one. Could be a good guide dart, something he can work off of. Unable to hit it. Again, Kevin looking to hit this to tie things up. Gets the first one in, second one in. He decides to go the fancy way with a double-double. Excellent darts by Kev. Gets it tied up 4-4, and I've been told by the players we're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll be back in a couple minutes, but we have a great game going here. A little back and forth action. Both players getting back on throw and tied at 4-4. We'll be back in a couple minutes, folks. All right, folks. So it looks like we are finished our little bit of a break there. And we're right back to it. Both shooters deciding not to go with any warm-up darts. And it looks like we were having a board issue, so let's see if I can put my new skills to the test. And who says you can't teach an old bear new tricks? There we go. All right, so Danny has throw here after his first 6 starts, looking at a 381. So Kevin was able to get back into this match here and tie things up at 4 before the break. So Danny's going to have to come out here and try to get a little bit of a cushion back, one, by holding his throw, but also try to take some of that momentum back away from Kevin that he's been building over the last 2 legs. Danny was doing a great job in the first couple legs of staying straight, working off that first dart, which was going in a little high, and being able to walk it down into the triple. We'll see if he tries to get back to that and focus more on throwing that straight dart to find that triple, or if he starts pressing and try to find the triple first dart. Kev with a nice solid 95 gets him right back in this leg. There we go. Danny coming high on the first one, trying to walk it down. One's laying a little flat on the second dart. Gets a third one in there for a nice solid 60. And as Rory would suggest, Kevin practiced in his doubles again. Hits a 50. Now, he did, in his defense, take out a double 5 for one of the legs earlier. So, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Danny with a nice 99. Gonna get him down to the outshot first. It's not off. If he's able to catch a triple, he would have left himself an outshot. As is, Danny's going to get at least 6 starts at the 102. Look at that at 82. Probably go look at the. Oh, actually, he stayed at the 20 there. Now he's looking at 81. He'll go 19s, 15s here. I think he's looking at the 19. Let me back off. I don't think he's made a decision yet. Now it's 15s. Yeah. I think he was initially looking at the 19 and decided to go for the 15 to leave the double 18. Ends up hitting a single 15. But again, he's going to come back with another 3 darts. Kevin going to switch down to the 19s. Hits a 47. Danny with 3 darts. Going 6. Oh, just outside. Going to try to hit that single. I think he was trying to make sure he didn't come close to that triple and just put a little bit too much behind that dart. Kevin unable to leave an outshot on his last turn. So Danny will come back to take a look at the 40. In with the first dart. That was a nice confident dart. Danny back on top at 5-4. Kevin's able to start the leg with a nice solid 97. In his bid to hold his throw and get things back level. Kevin hitting a 45. Danny's only one triple behind in this leg. Kind of 41. Yeah, I think Kevin's been struggling a little bit tonight with that cover shot down the 19s, really shading into the 7. And you can tell in the background, it's starting to get to him a little bit. Gonna have to move on, put that turn behind him. Gonna come right back at a look at the 60. Able to stack right on top. Comes in for a 95. That was a good job regrouping after the frustration of hitting those 2 7s. You know, Kevin's a little bit different than Danny. Kevin likes to come in a little bit low and work on top of that dart, whereas Danny's coming in high and likes to get underneath that dart, which he does right there for a triple 20. A little bit in how their darts lay. So Kevin's darts lay a little flatter, so it's a little easier for him to work upwards and stack on top, whereas Danny's darts, they angle upwards, so it's a little easier for him to work underneath the darts. Kevin does a great job getting underneath that dart and hits the triple. Gets himself down to an outshot first on throw. Yeah, I think there in the third dart, he was a little blocked on that triple. If he wanted to stay at the 20, he should have moved a little left or right or even come downstairs. Go for the 19. If you're blocked, go for an open bed, folks. There's no reason being stubborn and trying to force that dart in there. So he's able to hit a 60 to leave himself a Shanghai. Kevin's looking at a 60 himself. Hits the 5. He's able to clean it up. Third dart for double top, just on top of the wire. All right, Danny has 2 darts here to try to hit a triple. Unable to do so. He's going to try to clean it up here. Hits a 60 to come back for a 60 if Kevin's not able to hit this double top. And he's going to have to cross his fingers for this one. Yeah, there he goes with the double top. Kevin's finding that range. All those double 5s coming in handy, Rory. He's able to get that range on the double top on his first start. So we are once again level at 5 apiece. Both shooters with a little bit of a slow start here. Although Danny was able to stay straight with his first turn. He's looking pretty good staying straight on his second turn with a nice solid ton. As you see there, Kevin hit a little high on that first dart, opted to go away because, again, he likes coming on top of those darts, walking up into the triple as opposed to walking down. Able to walk away with a 57 there off his cover shooting. Able to right the ship on the last one, walks away with a 26. Looks like Danny might have hit a 41 with that last one. He did. But he was a little bit more aggressive on his first start, getting a little closer to the triple and trying to work off of it. I just think he blocked himself a little bit, ends up trying to force it in there and hitting a 41. Probably see him come a little higher on the 20 this time, as he does. And now he's back to trying to walk it down. Stays straight for a nice solid 60. Has a little bit of a lead here in this 11th leg. All right, so after 15 darts, looks like he has about a one triple lead here, about a ton lead. He's going to hopefully get a good look at setting up an outshot for his next turn. He's able to stay straight. Yeah, it's a smart move. He just saw that and it just puts it down to a 19. He might have wanted to regroup before he threw that dart because you can see his eyes mid-throw with the dart up. He moved from the 20 down to the 19. Sometimes that'll take you out of your rhythm a little bit. It's better to regroup before you throw out the 19. Either way, he's coming back to look at the 138. And he's going to have 6 darts from there because Kevin was unable to get himself down to an outshot on his last turn. Hits the 80, 58 leaving. Going to go for the 18 for the double top. Ooh, just misses the big number. But he will have some time as Kevin is sitting at 244. Kevin able to stay straight, but unable to leave himself a double. So Danny will have 6 at the 57. Going to hit the 17. Leave double top. 2 darts at double top. Gets it right in on the second dart. That's a good solid start by Kevin here. Again, trailing by 1 leg. We are still on throw. I'm sure Danny would be happy if they continue to stay on throw as he had first throw and we get to 13 first. As is, he gets a nice solid 60. Kevin walking off his first start, hitting that triple for another ton. So good start to this leg with 2 back-to-back. Great answer by Danny. He determined not to fall behind in this leg. Hits a 140 to level things up. Tough turn there by Kevin and opens the door for Danny to take the driver's seat on this leg. Only able to hit a 60. Solid darts, but I'm not sure if that's enough to really steal darts in this leg. Well, let me recant that last statement. Kevin starting off with 2 loose darts. Trying to straighten up down below. Hits a 19 for a 25 score. And Danny can seize the darts here with a nice solid throw. Which he does with the first dart being in a triple. Going to follow it up. Stay straight with a nice ton. Kevin's going to have to work behind in this leg to keep his throw. Only able to hit a 30. So Danny's sitting at a 141. It is an outshot. It's going to have 6 darts from here. Going to look to work it down, get it under 100. Hits the 40, looking at a 101 with a 19. It's going to leave an 82. Most shooters love an 82 for that bull 17 double top setup. Well, at least that's the way I would go. Some shooters opt to go for the 14, but I think with the cushion here, he's probably going to go bull. I don't know. He's looking at the 14. Actually, he went for the 14. This leaves him 68. Leaves the double 10. He's able to hit that triple 16. Single dart hits it in 1. 2 each his own. As long as you hit the double, that's all that counts. Excellent outshot there by Danny. He gets that cushion back at 2 legs, and he is now back on, well, it's not back on throw, but it is his throw to try to hold to get a 3-leg cushion back, which he had earlier. Does an excellent start to that campaign and hits an 81. It's Good setup for Kevin to walk it up. He goes a little bit high and hits a 45. And he's going to try to look to capitalize on his good start. And just bad luck hitting 2 triple fives for a 50 score. Sure, he would have hoped for more on that last start. It probably felt good coming off his hands. But it came out a little bit to the left, hitting that triple five. Kevin hitting a nice solid 60, which is a good turn for him. Getting 3 straight, see if that can put him back on course. Because Danny's still making friends with the neighbors on those triples, hitting a 43 on the last turn. Excellent dart by Danny, getting on top of the first one. Able to ride that up for another solid ton. Kevin gonna... Tough darts. Started a thought there. I thought he was going to switch. I looked at his eyes. He stayed at the 20. I'm unable to hit it. Good solid darts by Danny. Staying again straight with a 60. Gets him down to an out shot. And Danny's going to have a little bit of cushion here. Another 6 darts to look at the 161. Really, the goal here is just to get it under 100. Get 1 triple in there to make it a 1 triple turn for the next when you're looking at the out shot. And he does that by starting off with a triple. 20, 19, looking at an 88 left. 88, I'm a top shooter, so I like going for the triple 16, but looking at Danny, I think he's going to think about shooting that triple 20 again. Looks like he's going back there. Oh. Ends up hitting a 13. He might have been going over for that 18 on that last one with the 88 left. Just came up a little low. I think he was a little indecisive of too many mines and ends up hitting a 13. But with his cushion, he's afforded that slip or lack last start. Ooh, that is a fancy look. Just misses it and able to clean it up with a 9. I was about to zoom in on the bull looking at his eyes, and I thought to myself, I don't know if he's going to go for the double bull. He had the cushion to make that shot and went for the try, so kudos for him. But he will come back looking at the double 16. Well, I should say the double 8, 16 left. Just high. Oh, he's unable to hit it. Now, this is where it gets a little dangerous because of that. Look at the 75 going bull, bull. He's giving Kevin an opportunity. Oh, just low on that second dart. If he was able to catch that triple, he would have had a shot at double top. As it stands, he hits a 59, leaving 60. And we have Danny back at the double 8, which he's able to hit on his first dart. So he took a gamble. He gave Kevin the opportunity, but he got the chance to come back and clean it up, and he did so with his first start. Didn't want to play around with that one. Kevin was getting in striking range, so he did a good job to take it out. Both shooters start off with a solid 60. All right. Looks like our camera is frozen once again. And at this point, with all this practice, I will be a master at fixing a camera in no time. There we go. So this is Kevin's shot. Danny able to hit a 55. Takes a slight advantage. You know, not in danger quite yet. If Kevin's able to put together a nice turn here, which he struggles at and hits the 30 with a 7 and a 3. And I think that just opened up the door to Danny to pressure Kevin's throw here. Danny hits a 40, but that's a bit of a reprieve for Kevin because he's at jeopardy of going down 2 breaks a throw. Kevin hitting a 56 gets him a little closer back into this leg, but I think Danny still has the darts here. And he's able to solidify that by hitting a ton, getting himself down to an outshot first. Kevin looking at a 268, hits a 20. He should look at the 18s here. The second dart and does, picks the triple. So that's a 74 score and able to come right back. Excellent darts there with a 128 score, leaving a 140 outshot. Danny's still with the advantage though. First dart hitting the 5. I might want to look at Bull here to get himself under 100. Ends up going with a 19. That's going to be a 44. It's going to come back to a 104 if Kevin can't get this 140 out. Solid darts at a 60, but it does open the door a little bit for Danny. 102 is not... You want to get under 100, but 102 is not a too difficult an outshot. Looking at the 82, decides to stay at the 20. Hits a little low. Now looking at a 62. He's going to try to straighten it up, but Kevin's now looking a little better sitting at that 80. 80 is probably the one outshot that I hate the most, or combination outshot that I hate the most. And that is why it seems so much more difficult staying straight with those first two when you know you need to. It's the 29. Danny looking at the 52. Gonna go 20 on his first start. Looking at the 32 out, double 16. Just outside on the first start. Ooh, walks it into the wrong double. Gives Kevin an opportunity to look at a 51. Starting at the 11, going up for the double top. Little off on that one. Gonna have to straighten it up. Hits a 7, leaving 32. But Danny gets a look here. 3 darts in hand at the double 8. Oh, that's the one he needed last turn. Just a little out. I think he was doing that. A little switch back and forth with his fingers to indicate that was the wrong turn. He needed that last one. See if Kevin can take advantage of this opportunity in the last start. And he hits the wrong double. So I think a little confusion between the shooters of what they have left and what they're supposed to hit. But Danny hopefully can straighten it out on this turn here. Looking at the double 8 again. Last dart in hand. See if he can pick it. Unable to do so, just outside. So this is a big opportunity for Kevin. Down 2 legs is right on the wire. Able to walk it in right above that first start, hitting the double to capture a leg back and hold throw. Uncharacteristic start there from Danny hitting the 26, leaving the door open for Kevin. Kevin looking to capitalize by hitting the first start dead in the triple 20, scoring an 85 with a bad kiss off on that last dart into the 5. Danny able to right the ship within one turn, hitting a 60. Nice 3 nice straight darts. Kevin looking on that. Ooh, tough one on the last one. I was just about to say, looking to capitalize on that triple from the last turn, hitting another triple in this turn, but only walks away with a 66. Excellent cover shooting by Danny, and my apologies for not zooming in on that, but an excellent 171 there. I had a beer in my hand instead of a hand on the video camera button. That's a good recovery after the first start, missing the board, and Kevin's able to walk away with an 80. Excellent darts from Danny. Guess he wasn't feeling the 20, but he's doing a great job on cover shooting down at the 19. Able to get to the double first in this leg at a 149 look. Kevin unable to get to a double himself, so Danny's going to have 6 darts again at this, looking to get this set up. Walk down under 100. Starting off at a 19, so looking at a 130. Able to hit a 20, so he's going to come back to a 110. Kevin has an opportunity to get back in this leg here. If he's able to put together a single, triple, double, triple turn, now he's going to have to fight to try to get to an out, and does so. Excellent third dart with a trip 18. Then he's going to look at the 20. Looks like he may stay there. He does at the 90, so he's looking at a 70. Goes for the triple 10, hits a little bit high, catching the trip 16 or triple 6. So he's going to have a 52 if he's able to turn, and he will. Kevin missing the first dart, catching the second dart. He's going to set himself up with a 40 if he's able to return. Both shooters in good positions on this leg. Danny missing the second dart at 16, misses the third dart at 16, giving Kevin a beautiful opportunity to get a break, a throwback with 3 darts in hand at the 40. Traveling down to the double 10 and picks it on the second dart. So we see a little bit of the momentum shifting back and forth between these two shooters, where Danny gets a little bit of a cushion and it looks like it sparks Kevin into action. Kevin, twice now, able to mount a bit of a comeback. He's going to look to try to solidify that comeback by getting back even at 8 apiece by holding his throw here in the 16th leg. You know, Danny had the advantage that leg, so he wants to keep that in mind as he approaches this leg, and does start it off very nicely with a ton. Yeah, I think Danny had the advantage. He got to an outshot first, but he left the door open. You know, the game's not over until you hit that outshot. Got to hit that double. You know, triples for show, doubles for dough. Danny staying straight and solid with a 60. Kevin hitting the 41. Danny can take a little bit of advantage in this leg if he's able to catch a triple, get some distance between them. Looks like he's going to try to squeeze that third dart underneath the first. Unable to do so. Walks away with a nice solid 60. Kevin starts off strong with a triple, so he can back it up, ends up with an 85. Yeah, if there's one thing I would say to Danny is if he's covered on that triple, you know, take advantage of the open 19. Move down there to the open bed. He was shooting 19s excellently to begin the last leg with a 171 and hitting that 95, but he's not really opting for that cover shot too often. He prefers the 20. I understand he can stay pretty straight on them, and he's been doing so, you know, for the large part of this game. But if you're blocked and you had success on the 19s, take advantage of it if the opportunity presents itself. Kevin does well to hit a ton, gets himself right back in a leg. Danny's going to have a strong turn here to hold Kevin off as we approach the double. Another Ooh, excellent darts. A 20 wouldn't have given him to an out shot, but the 81 definitely does, leaving a 140 for his return. Looking at a 199 going to the 19s. That's a 180. See if we can clean it up. Leaves a 161. So both the shooters looking at high out shots. Danny's going to try to work it down here. 79 left. Going to go 19s. 13s is also another shot there that he could go for. Trip 13 leaving double top. Catches the 19s. Going to leave 60 for his return with an 80 score. Kevin looking at the 161. Hits 7 first dart. So you pick the triple there. Hits the 83. Going to leave him 78 if he's able to return. But Danny's looking at this 60 shot. He's doing a great job staying straight. Just low on that second dart. Moving over to the double 10. And hits it with a third dart. Big dart there because he didn't want Kevin getting the opportunity. He's able to steal a little bit of that momentum back, keep that cushion, and gets that break a throwback. That was an excellent 60 outshot by Danny. Looks like we have a little bit of lag with the scoreboard. I haven't been taught how to fix that yet. So I'm going to cross my fingers, pray to the Dark Connect gods that this fixes itself, or I'm going to have to go bother forking in the background as he's shooting on his own board himself. Have some signs of life from the Dark Connect. Registering the outshot. Now we're catching up in this leg. And now the video has frozen. That I do know how to fix. We'll get that part back up momentarily. All right, folks. Sorry for the interruption, but I think we're all set and good to go now. We have the video feedback. We have the Dark Connect back. Kevin had a nice start to this leg, leaving 222 after 9. Going to look to try to get that break a throw right back. Hits a 41, not quite down to an outshot. A big hit by Danny could give him the advantage of this leg back if he's able to get a ton plus. Well, the 6 hit doesn't look like he's going to be able to leave an outshot here on this turn. So Kevin's going to have at least 6 starts to look at the 181 out to try to get that break a throw right back. A break is not a break until you hold on your next throw. Kevin unable to take advantage, hitting a 26. Gets him down to a 155, which is an outshot. It's a high outshot. If Danny's able to hit a high turn here, could put him in the driver's seat of the leg. Hitting the triple with the second and the third dart, hitting a 140, definitely puts him in the driver's seat. A 155 is a makeable out, but it is a difficult out, which Kevin is unable to do on this turn, leaving Danny a good look at an 89 when he returns. With 89, if you hit 2 singles, you could get a look at a double bull on a third dart. Just tracking his eyes. I think he's looking at 20 first. I would be at the 19s. And it looks like he's adjusted. He's going to go triple 19 on the first start, leave double 16. He's looking at a 70. Go single 20 for double bull. He does not. He goes for the triple 10. He does not get a look at the outshot at that move, giving Kevin an opportunity to the 96 here to get back in this leg. Kevin unable to capitalize, hitting a 48. So Danny takes a gamble, pays off for the moment, and he gets 3 darts at the double top. First dart low, looking inside at the 10, now up to the double 5. Ends up hitting a fat double 5. Giving Kevin a look here at this 32. Now, unable to catch it with this last dart. See if Danny can fix this with the first dart. Often go for a single 1. Gonna get 2 at the double 2. Just high on the first one, and just a little bit low on the last one there. Kevin with 3 in hand at the 32 and able to catch it on the second dart. Excellent job. Decreases the gap, gets the break a throw back. Now looking at having his throw to hold it to tie things back up. Looks like Dan is a fan of the song, as I am as well. Excellent song on. Not sure if you can hear it in the background at home. Kevin hitting a nice ton. Backing up. I believe he had a 60 on the first turn. Let's see if our scoreboard can catch back up with us here. Danny able to stay straight again for another solid 60. Kevin a bit of an advantage here. It is on his throw as he looks to tie things back up at 9. Little off for the last dart, catching the triple 1. So this is a shot here where I would say for him to start looking at the 19s. You can see he was a little uncomfortable going for that triple 20. Ends up hitting on top of his second dart, pushing it up for a single. Again, 60 is not bad, but he had a chance there if he hit a triple to kind of attack Kevin's throw, keep him from gaining momentum if he went down to the 19. Solid 60. Starting to see a pattern here. Not a bad pattern. Kevin unable to hit a big score on that turn, leaving the door open for Danny. Even with a solid 60 on this turn, could position himself to attack Kevin's throw here and get that break back. Kevin struggling a little bit with his last 2 turns. See if Danny can get himself into a position of an outshot to attack Kevin's throw. And he started off with a triple 20. I would make the call, but that is tough to see. And it was in the 3, or in the triple 1 for a 121. Still excellent score, gets him under 100. Kevin hitting 45 gives Danny 6 starts at a 78. Gonna look to start off at the 18s. Oh, actually opts to go for the 14. I would have left 34, 36. I guess he is an 18 shooter. Gets a look at double top, just a bit high. Danny has some interesting looks at outshots here. Keeping me on my toes, I'll tell you that much. Regardless, Danny does have 3 darts in hand to get the break a throw right back. just outside there with the 10. Playing a little hopscotch on the video on that one. Took me a second to catch up. Sorry for the delay. Kevin only mustering the 20. Does give him an outshot. It's a high outshot, but Danny does have 3 in hand at this 20. The double 10. Going to try to walk it in here. Goes a little too far on the third dart. It's an opportunity for Kevin. It's a big opportunity. He starts off well, 90 left, just inside of the 18. That would excellent look at the 18. Would have been a big hit. But able to hit a triple on the third dart, putting some pressure on this 10. And any shooter would tell you, a double 5 is not opting to split it with the 2. I apologize for the early camera move. Unable to hit it. And Kevin looking at the double 12. I thought there was a scoring error. He said 22. He had 24 left. Unable to hit it either way. Danny 3 in hand looking at the double 8. That was a big opportunity for Kevin to try to even things up. Excellent first dart. Sets him up to walk it right in on the second dart. Big hit for Danny, able to fight off the pressure that Kevin was placing there. And able to get the break of throw right back. Danny first into double digits at 10. 10 legs, that is. Danny's staying straight to start off. Nice solid 60. Kevin doing the neighborly thing. Saying hi to those who live around him. Good solid darts there by Kevin hitting the 57. I think he's taking a change of strategy. He's not liking what he's getting out of the 20. And he's opting to go down to the 19. If he can pull one of the pages out of the book that Danny was subscribing to earlier, where he hit his 171 followed by 95, and able to hit some solid darts on the 19, he could make a run here at Danny's throw. Doing just that with a nice 133. So both players going to the 19 in times of need and coming away with good scoring. Sometimes you just got to change things up. So Kevin, looking at a 230, decides to go back up to 20 to try to leave a big fish. Catches a triple. Leaves the little fish. So nice lead here in this leg. Danny looking at the ton 80. Walks away with a 140. Still excellent darts. Kevin still having 6 at the 130. Gets himself under 100. Excuse me. Leaving a 90. And he will be able to return at that 90 look. But under how much pressure? Able to hit 83, leaving 94. So 2 dart out. Kevin's going to look to hit 2 18s, maybe set up a bull shot here. Does so, just outside, ends up hitting a 2. Danny gets a look at the 94. First dart is in. Excellent first dart. Right on the wire on the second dart. Can he walk it in? And he does walk it in with the third dart. big 94 out. Just when Kevin was putting some pressure on his throw, looking to try to get that 2-leg cushion down to 1, Danny hits an excellent 94 out shot. Holds throw and staves off Kevin's advance. That was a big moment in this match here, folks. This late in the game, having a 2-leg cushion is good. 1 is not great, but 3, much, much better. Danny's nickname is going to be the Arrow because my man stays straight 60s all day. Kevin picks a trip on a cover shot, hitting a 96. Get himself even here with Danny in this leg as he looks to try to hold throw here. If Danny's able to capture this leg, that puts him 1 leg away from the win. And as you can ask any shooter, you want to keep your opponent away from that deciding leg. If you can keep him at 11, you know you have that 1 leg cushion. Once he gets to 12, it's either win or go home at that point. So Kevin at this point wants to do everything he can to keep Danny at 11 to get him away from that 1 break leg. I should say make it or break it leg. Just low on that second dart. Gets it in above those 2 for a nice solid ton. Danny doing an excellent job here, attacking Kevin's throw to try to get within 1. Both shooters not to an outshot yet. Danny looking to rectify that. Yeah, 72 here. Catches the last one to leave a 112. Kevin's going to have to narrow the distance here. Unable to do so, leaving a 147. Danny in the driver's seat here. 112 is a nice outshot if you can stay straight in the 20s. Unable to do so. 107 still has an outshot. Triple 19 for the double bull. See if he actually chases it. Hits the triple 19. I'm not convinced he's going to go. Well, it looks like he is. Double bull. Right there. Just outside. For a second, looked like he looked up at the 18. Looked at Kevin's score, saw he was on an outshot, opted to go for the double bull. He's going to come back to take a look at the 25, as Kevin was unable to take the 147 out. Starts off with a single 9, looking at the double 8. Oh, not a good third dart there. Ends up finding the single 11, leaving 5 if he's able to return. Kevin looking at the trip 15, hits a single, leaves 70, hits a 10, leaving 60. See what Danny can make of this single 5. Going for the 1, hits the 20 and busts. That's a difficult number. You know, you have to really focus on that first start. Some people opt to go for the 3. You have the 3, you have the 1. But either way, you have to hit with your first start or risk busting. 1 dart in hand for the double top. Kevin comes in a little bit low on that one. Danny still looking at that 5. First start, hits the 1. Going down for the double 2. Hits the wire. That was a difficult hit on that second one. I can hear all the way here that clank of the wire. I don't know if it came through the microphone, He was on it. Slow on the camera. Kevin hits inside on that 5. Ends up busting it. It's probably a better move. Danny 3 darts in hand, looking at the double 2. Just high, going up to the 1. He did find success earlier up here. Hits inside. First dart. Excellent job by Kevin hitting that double. Taking advantage of the opportunity he has. Holding throw. Narrowing the gap down to 2. And keeping Danny that 1 leg away. All right, both shooters are going to take a break. We'll be back in a couple minutes. I apologize for the delay getting back on the microphone, but it looks like we have started up leg 21. I'm not sure if Danny had the math correct on that. He was looking at a 42. He ended up hitting 10 to leave a 32. I think he messed up on his second dart. Although he hit the 1717, which is an excellent dart, not exactly what he needed. Either way, it's 3 darts here to look at the 32. No pressure on these darts. Hits it with the second one. There's a hole to throw and puts him 1 leg away from victory. All over the triple there. Kevin opting to start off on the 19s. Covered it. Moved up to the 20. Wired all 3. Nice pick by Danny. Caught the bottom right-hand corner, which was open after the first 2 darts for a nice ton start. Danny has an opportunity here to attack the throw and finish this out on Kevin's throw. Hits a nice solid 60. Trying to take control of the darts here in the 22nd leg. Going to try to walk it into the left-hand corner. Hits just under for a nice solid 60. Trying to maintain that lead within this leg. Kevin's a little out of sorts here, hitting a 30. Falling behind in this leg. Again, Danny needs just 1 more to win the match. Looking to stay straight and try to get another triple in there, and does. Bottom right-hand corner. Hitting for a 181. Not quite to an out shot, but he does have a bit of a cushion here in this leg. Kevin back on 335. Kevin hitting a 60. Get him down to 275. But Danny looking to set up this 181. Stays at the 20 for another 60, leaving 121. So on that shot there, he could have opted for the bull. If he hit a bull, it would get him into the the low 100s with a 116, meaning he'd only need 1 triple for an out shot. As it stands at 121, hits the first triple, leaving 61. Now looking at a 54. He didn't have to look at the 11 double bull with Kevin back at 228. So I think he was just trying to set himself up. Looking at, I guess it was a 19 to leave a double 2. As it stands, sitting on a 54, should go 14. A little off on that last start. He had a 67 score there. I think he put in a 77 score. So he was going for the 12 to leave double 16. That makes more sense. Wasn't correct, but it makes more sense. Kevin unable to apply any pressure by getting to an out shot. Kevin which is a Danny with 6 starts here at the 54, able to hit it into for victory. Match start. Excellent game between Danny and Kevin. A lot of back and forth between both shooters. Neither one really able to seize full momentum, but Danny's being able to stay ahead for the large part of this match. I'd like to say thank you for all those who tuned in and watched this ASL match between Danny McCorkle and Kevin Wilkinson. And for those who stayed to put up listening to my voice all the time, this whole time, I give you 2 thanks. Thank you, thank you. Danny ended up finished with a 61 average. Kevin finishing with a 53 average. Even the gapping in the average doesn't tell the full tale. I think it was a lot of back and forth, with Danny probably taking the advantage of the exchanges from leg to leg. Kevin was never really able to get a foothold in the match, getting ahead at any point. Danny did a good job fighting him off, even when Kevin was getting some momentum going. But again, excellent match between the two shooters, and I appreciate, and Forkin appreciates, East Coast Darts appreciates your patronage and watching this match, and I hope you guys have a excellent night. Take care.